With the first major content update coming on October 19th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're also getting a patch number 2 that has 100 items, and I repeat, 100 items ranging from improvements to optimizations to bug fixes. This patch has things we need, for example, Rain now properly watering plants, to things we want, for example, Donald Duck's tantrum time being lowered. Thanks GameLoft for this update, you're definitely listening to us and we appreciate that very much. So make sure to go grab a snack and drink because we're about to go through all 100 items listed for patch number 2. Oh, and think about subscribing to the channel if you are interested in future Disney Dreamlight Valley content, and turn on that notifications button. Okay, so first we're going to go through a list of improvements and optimizations. There is a list of 24 of these items that we're going to go through. There's going to be improved stability and performance on the PlayStation 4 as well as the Nintendo Switch, which will hopefully help us with any game crashes or even lagging that occurs. The PlayStation 4 is also getting optimized textures, and then something that helps all of us out, as well as specifically people that don't do too well with flashing lights, they are reducing the intensity of lightning storm flashes. There's going to be an improved interior lighting. It says that Mickey, Merlin, and Goofy went shopping and redecorated their homes, so that's going to be interesting, and maybe the inside of their homes are going to have different items inside. So you might want to look at their houses right now and see the difference after. There's going to be an improved furniture edit mode controls for controllers. They're optimizing audio to reduce file sizes. And then in general, there's going to be various performance optimizations across all the platforms. They're improving the performance of large gardens. I've definitely have issues with lag whenever I have very big gardens on the Switch, so there's going to be some improvement there. They're also reducing the number of mushrooms required for Merlin's quests. If there's anything that needs to be reduced, it's probably the number of iron ingots that you need in this game. But for now, there's no mention of reducing that, but maybe at a later update. So wild crops like spices and mushrooms, etc., they're going to be respawning in a different place every morning, so that means that the crops spawning in inaccessible areas will not remain inaccessible and will respawn in a new location every day. So they're also adjusting the placement of some floating islands in the sky. I've definitely seen these islands and maybe it's just camera distractions or something, and so they're making adjustments to that. Campfires are now craftable. There's going to be improvements and optimizations to the Sunlit Plateau trees. They're going to reword some of the quest objectives to make them a little bit more clear and not so vague. They're going to improve the navigation of water characters between bodies of water, which basically characters like Ariel or Ursula are kind of in weird spots in the water at some point, so I think they're trying to improve that. And then another improvement that they're making to these water characters is that they're going to be drawn to the player when standing near a shore. And then here's the big one. Donald Duck has finally found his land legs, reducing how long his tantrums last. I don't know how long currently it lasts, maybe 8 to 10 seconds, anywhere from around that range. And I don't know how much they're going to lower it to. Hopefully it's like, 1 second at most. And then again with the water characters, they'll be able to swim behind Skull Rock instead of having to go inland to get from one side of the beach to the other. And I'm sure a lot of us have noticed an increase in lag whenever it's raining, so I guess they're fixing that. They also rebalanced the wood spawns in the different biomes to make it easier to get various types of wood. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder if you're able to now get hardwood or different types of wood in the plaza area if you have trees there. So while you're opening item and motif bags, the inventory will now stay open. They're going to improve the clarity for which realms have been unlocked and which still need to be unlocked in the castle. Now we're going to display some of these bug fixes related to the quest progression on some of the characters. There are 17 of them, but I'll go ahead and list out the characters and you can just pause it at any point in the video for each of these if you want to see the description of it. So we have bug fixes for Anna in the Frozen realm, Elsa, Maui, Mickey, Minnie, Moana, Mother Gothel, Scrooge, Wally, and then one that's going to involve all the characters. So they're fixing the instances of characters not being able to talk to one another during listen objectives. So hopefully if something went wrong when you were doing these character quests and if you just got stuck and you can't move forward, hopefully these fixes will allow you to be able to complete that quest. So there are some inaccessible objects and memory pieces fixes coming as well, 12 to be exact. And I'll go ahead and list the locations where these issues came into play. So you had Scrooge's store counter, Elsa's cavern, Merlin's Dreamlight library, Angle table in Mickey's house, Prince Eric's castle, Ursula's house, Peaceful meadow, Frosted Heights, Floating Island in the Glade of Trust, Sunlit Plateau, some objects that were stuck in medium-sized forest rocks, and then some objects that were stuck in crafting tables. So when it comes to the furniture edit mode, they're actually making some fixes to this. So now meals, seeds, and flowers can be properly placed on tables. The house doors will no longer block certain objects like radios. Tableware and the chessboard can now be selected properly when placed on a table. Furniture placed near the bridge in the plaza or in the elephant graveyard in the Sunlit Plateau can now be selected properly. Objects placed on the stall can be selected properly. Furniture near the mystical cave entrance can now be selected properly. They fixed some issues picking up ceiling items, and now Maui's Island can be selected properly. And now we have a list of other bug fixes that are coming, and there's a list of 37 of these. So some people have been having issues where they can't get the Founders Pack in the mailbox, so it looks like they're improving that and hopefully fixing that issue for anybody. They're improving the cloud save system. So in case you have a cloud save conflict, now you'll be able to get this in-game pop-up screen to come up, and it'll allow you to choose the save file that you'd like to sync to. They fixed Scrooge's store's meeting points for characters, made it a little bit easier to talk to Ursula in her home. It looks like they're going to be moving the position of certain mining rocks to allow for better character navigations to them. I've definitely had times when I ask some of the characters to hang out and then they kind of just get stuck or they can't reach some of the mining spots. I believe this one was already mentioned where Maui's house was not selectable in the grid edit mode, but it looks like they added on Minnie's house as well. And then they're fixing an issue which caused Donald's house to float, and they're saying that it's not in the water, it was floating I guess in the air. They're going to fix some of the floating items in Chez Remy and at Goofy's stall. I've definitely seen some of the plates and knives and forks floating in the air in Chez Remy. And it looks like they removed some of the furniture from characters' home that shouldn't be obtainable, and it's been removed from the furniture menu as well as Scrooge's store item pool. They fixed an issue where the water turned pink in Ursula's house. Now you won't be able to walk into the bookshelf in Prince Eric's castle. Water characters can no longer walk through rocks, and I've definitely seen that a lot. They fixed the marinated herring meal icon. Small urban hedges are no longer missing in the inside of their model. Removed 2 test items from Scrooge's store. They fixed the fishing ripples spawning within rocks in the Forgotten Lands. They're adjusting the size and visuals of the constellation furniture for Moana's quest. They're fixing an issue preventing the orchard sunbird from granting rewards when receiving its favorite gift. This one's pretty important. Rain will now properly water plants. Campfires are now going to have some sound. So I guess when you're mining rocks and you have the extra items that come out and they have this jingle or this music playing and you have to collect all the items within a specific amount of time, I've definitely seen the issue where the music keeps going even after the items are gone. So it looks like they're fixing that, and also they call that a critical hit. This one's pretty important for all the streamers and all of the content creators. They fixed the streaming friendly music to remove tracks which trigger claims. They fixed prices for items appearing in the delivery system. They removed items from the random bag, Scrooge's store, and the delivery system that should not appear there. They fixed the game logo for Japanese and Chinese versions. They fixed the wrong skybox appearing in Scrooge's store, food disappearing from the shelves in Chez Remy. They're going to fix the instances where characters would remark about the wrong time of day. I definitely hear like Mickey or Minnie's talk about having a good morning when it's literally the middle of the day or during the nighttime. But it does say that Goofy, however, will still continue to misjudge the weather just because that's how his character is. They're fixing the instances of characters fishing the wrong way on the beach. They're also going to fix Ariel becoming unlocked before fixing her house. They're removing various quest items that would stay in players' inventories after a quest was completed. Removing unavailable items from characters' daily favorite items list. The magical crystal will now appear properly on the pedestal in the Forgotten Lands during Ursula's quest. And then the exhaustion effect not displaying properly, looks like they're fixing that, as well as various audio and sound effects fixes. This one I didn't even know about, but the player's legs will no longer shrink while wearing some type of clothes. That's pretty interesting. And then they're fixing the issues that affected Mickey's eyes. I'm not too sure what they mean by that one, but maybe it's going to make him look a little less creepy in this game. So that's all the items Gameloft mentioned in their patch number 2 notes. As this game is still in early access, there are still many fixes and updates that are going to be done before the official game is released. The best thing everyone can do is just continue to report any issues that you see. Also, if you want to see a page where Gameloft continuously updates in real time on top known issues that they're currently working on, there's a link in the description down below that you can check out. And lastly, with the Scar Kingdom update coming tomorrow, make sure you watch this video here to know what to do before you update your game. Thanks so much for watching and take care.